Coming off Sunday's death of our 39th president, Jimmy Carter, at age 100, one Wichita woman thinks back to 1977 when she was only 11, and a speech from this new president, only in office for about 2 weeks, brought their paths together. KAKE's Wray has the story.
When I was running for president, I made a number of commitments. I take them very seriously.
On February 2nd, 1977, 2 weeks after taking office, President Jimmy Carter addressed the American people, giving a report on energy policy and the economy.
I've often used the phrase competent and compassionate to describe what our government should be.
One of the millions of Americans watching his speech and really taking in his words was 11-year-old Jonna Foley.
I had a little 9 or 10-inch TV in my room at a desk, and so I sat down and I wrote a letter because I thought he was actually giving his house address, so I wanted to send him a letter.
Now Jonna Kolar has the chance to look back at the letter she wrote to President Carter when she was in 6th grade, all because her mother asked her to write a duplicate copy she could keep, just in case the president ever wrote back.
Dear President Carter, I am awfully glad that you became our president. I also like the job that you are doing so far. My name is Jonna Foley, and I am 11 years old. I am watching you on television to get your address. How is your wife and your little daughter, Amy? I am enclosing this 13-cent stamp and an envelope because I know your budget is going up, and I don't want you to go over it because of me. Please drop me off a line or two so I can remember you. Sincerely, Jonna Foley.
By March 28th of 1977, a little more than a month after she wrote the letter, she got back the fanciest piece of mail she'd ever received.
And it said, "Thank you for your friendly message. It is encouraging to know that young people like yourself are concerned about the future of America." Just signed, Jimmy Carter.
The letter also came with a wallet-sized picture of President Carter she's treasured. The former president and late First Lady Rosalynn Carter spent decades serving others and building homes after leaving office, something Kolar truly understands the value of.
I think his whole message and his whole life with Rosalynn was serving others and those that are less fortunate.
Kolar and her husband of 32 years have carried on the tradition of service, perhaps partially inspired by the Carters. She volunteers and helps out with the Lord's Diner, and her husband assists with Habitat for Humanity when he can.
In today's world, we need to do the same. What a great world we'd live in if we could serve like Jimmy Carter.
In West Wichita, Wray, KAKE News, on your side.